angles. Okay, so let's start immediately. Imagine if we have this angle, 135 degrees. We need to find the negative coterminal and the positive coterminal, which is not 135 degrees. What does this mean? For finding the positive coterminal, you have to add 360. So it's like another full rotation. If you want, you can add more and more 360s for coterminal angles. We will just focus on the first one. 135 plus 360 is 495. So that is the positive coterminal angle. What about the negative coterminal angle? We have to subtract 360 from 135. As the name says, the result is negative. How do we do that? Well, I have my ways of subtracting bigger numbers from smaller numbers. We first do the opposite and then we write that as a negative number. So we have 225. But since we subtract in the opposite way, we get the answer the opposite. We get negative 225 as a negative coterminal angle. So basically, what if we had a very far off number, a negative number, and you want to find negative and positive coterminal numbers? Well, in this case, we usually just find the biggest negative coterminal number and the smallest positive coterminal number, even though many other options would work. So we get plus 720. So we subtract the result and then we put the negative. We change the operation. This is my system of doing it, the addition. So we get 48 degrees. Why I added 720? Because it's a multiple of 360. 360 times 2 is 720. So we added like two 360s, an idea. 48 degrees is the negative 48, because it's still in the negative, is the negative coterminal angle of negative 768 degrees. The positive one, we add another 360. To do this, we subtract 48 from 360. We get 312. So the positive coterminal angle is the next addition of 360, or 312. Okay? So yes, these are both coterminal angles, positive and negative each. Now, what if you have a question in radians? If you saw the radians to degrees video, you would know how to convert. But let's say if we have 7 pi by 18, and you want to find the positive and negative coterminals in radians. Now, you could subtract 2 pi from it. You could add 2 pi and subtract 2 pi, but it's a bit tricky. So what we'd do is that I'd convert, though you could technically subtract 2 pi or add 2 pi to 718. 7 pi 18, because it's 718 pi. If you add 2 pi, it gets 2 718 pi, and yes, you can simplify it that way. Maybe I'll show you that way actually, but first let's do this. We have 70 degrees. To find the negative coterminal, we subtract, well, we know the process. Negative 290 degrees, and the positive is being 430. But we have to convert these back into radians. So it's basically over here is 29 pi 18. And over here is 43 pi 18. So these are our answers. But wait, what if you want to do it the other way? Well, we could add 2 pi. 7 18ths plus 2. Well, we have 36 18ths. 36 plus 7 18ths is 43 18ths. We could multiply pi. We can get this answer quite quick. Subtracting is the only reason why I did this method. It's a bit tricky. But we can also. That's 36 minus 7 by minus 7. You get 29. We want to do 7 minus 36. So we get negative 29 instead. And again, we have the pi by 18. These are both valid ways. And somehow I prefer this way, even though this way is kind of longer. Because radians might confuse me up a bit in more harder questions. But yes, these both ways are valid. Thank you for watching. See you later. See you tomorrow.